BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. First, I want to apologize. Okay, so apparently there was a trade in the NBA today, and so the Knicks came on and were actually, the Knicks is like my number one team, and they were I know they're the Knicks, and they were actually playing against the Nets. So I kind of lost a little bit track of time, so I want to apologize to everybody about that, but we here. Also, my voice is really terrible today. It's like my throat hurt, my voice hurts to talk a little. So y'all gonna have to pardon me a little if I parse my words a little with some of the subjects in which we talk about. But apparently, just so we can be clear about this, there was an impeachment. Shout out to that shit. We have a lot to discuss. Needed to get the phone. There's a lot to discuss about this. Well, wow, Joe McKinley, haven't seen you in a long time. There's a lot to discuss about this impeachment. So we're gonna get to two topics first, but we're gonna shoot through them. But there's a lot to discuss about this impeachment. But I want to shoot through two topics real quick. I feel just perfect. What the fuck? We're gonna shoot through this impeachment. Well, anyway, look at the sun. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. Boom, buildings. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does hurt to talk, and it hurts a lot to talk. I ain't gonna lie to you, but it is what it is. We're gonna do this. Alright, so let's do the drops from earlier today real quick, and then after we do that, we're gonna go straight into the show. We're gonna do roll call, and we're gonna go straight into the show. Let's do the drops from earlier real quick. Oh, and check this out. This whole entire time I was in this hotel, guess what I did not know? They give you a damn Keurig. I didn't even know that. I've been paying for coffee this whole damn time. You get fucking free coffee with a Keurig. So shout out to that shit. Now that I know that, I don't have to pay for coffee. Salute. Real quick, I don't know why this isn't. I hate when anybody else has a problem when you trying to go into your Cash App and they doing weirdo stuff. Anyway, shout out to Brandon Washington with the $30 drop. Shout out to straight stacking with the $10 drop, and shout out to PJ. I don't want to call the person's name because I'm not 100% sure what's going on with that. I don't know. I don't know any name on the chat. With the $25 drop, definitely appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everybody that pull up, like, comment, subscribe. It's really a blessing. I do like doing this for a living. Do not get this confused. I enjoy my particular job. I wish I did other things more. I wish I was able to do other things more, but I do enjoy the fact that I am apparently a social media entity. There are a lot of people that would love to be doing what I do for a living. So I do appreciate it, and thank you for pulling up to the chat, and thank you for when you watch videos, and thank you for when you comment. Thank you for all of those things. I appreciate all of you. Even if you don't donate money to the channel, I appreciate it. I'm assuming Joe McKinley is a troll. There's a Cash App right there. I'm cool. There's a Cash App right there, and you could do whatever you want to do. Matter of fact, I need all the help in the world, Joe McKinley. There is no one in the world that needs more help than me. They go a Cash App, and they go a they go a Cash App. Hold on. Hold on. Joe McKinley is saying that he wants to do all the helping. They go in Cash App right there, or you could do whatever the thing is through YouTube. So you can do that, Joe. I don't think Joe McKinley is doing anything, but shout out to Joe McKinley. You can do that. I need all that. There is not a human being alive that need more help than me, Joe McKinley. So you could definitely do it through that. How about that? You can do all of the helping you want to do through that. Let's clap it up for Joe for not being a douchebag. Let's clap it up for Joe. Clap it up for Joe for being such a great person. There you go, Joe. We're going to wait on the Cash App from you, Joe. We're not going to wait on the Cash Let's go through roll call real quick. What up, Young Earl? How you doing, Young Earl? Jay Marvelous, how you doing? Jay Marvelous says BBN, good evening, fam. Salute. Shout out to BBN Network. Salute the BBN Network. BBN Network says go check out the website. Yes, we have a whole website. We got some new articles up there today. I believe we have an article on James Harden today because we're working usually over here. What the fuck? Shout out to BBN Network. He also put something up. Apparently BBN has an apparel store, so check that out. And if you would like to pull up to the saloon, there's a Cash App. So there go. That answers Joel McKinley's questions. What up, Wavy D? How you doing, my brother? Salute. Who else we got up there? What up, Black Cuddy? Black Cuddy says good night, Jack Frost. Good night, my brother. What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them dots, Joe. Jones. What up, Joe McKinley, who's just talking about how he's gonna help. So let's see if Joe McKinley sends anything, or if he's just, he's a grown adult that don't got nothing else to do better but to come in here and harass me. Let's see which one he is. Is he a grown adult that don't got nothing better to do with his life but harass YouTube content creators, or is he somebody that's just like, hey, Jack Frost, I want to help you out over there. What up, the business? How you doing? What up, 300 degrees? Watts arrangements. How you doing? What up, Watts Games? Oh, so those people, Watts Games. Salute the Watts Games. Anyway, let's get into this conversation real quick. Couple of things that I want to say, and I want to be extremely clear on this. I'm going to be extremely clear. I want to be extremely transparent. I do not think, and I've said this so many times, but I don't think, I think that there's just people that just don't get it. I do not think that if you support Donald Trump, you are a racist. I'm pretty sure that there are people who support Donald Trump who are not racist. I'm pretty sure that there are millions of people who probably support Donald Trump and are not racist. I'm pretty sure that there's people who support, oh, that's you? Shout out to Watts Arrangement. I'm pretty sure there are millions of people that support Donald Trump and are not racist. I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people that support Donald Trump and aren't even Caucasian. I just want to be clear on this, because it seems like there's a problem with when I talk about the Donald Trump supporters, which are racist, there are people that probably are feeling like I'm attacking them when I'm talking specifically about that group. Thank you, Tyson Garcia. I've been saying that from the rip, but I have to keep repeating that because I don't know. Just believe me, I have to keep repeating it. It don't even make sense. What up, Angel Christmas? Angel Christmas says, good evening, Jack Frost, BBN family. Salute all in the chat. God bless. What up, Califia Jones? How you doing? Says, hello, BBN family. Apparently, the other guy was just here to be trolling, so we're just going to kick Joe McKinley. Go get another... we're going to allow for your particular account to not come back, because nobody got time for that. I'm doing so much stuff over here. So I just want to be clear on that, because I understand that there is some kind of weird belief that anytime, could we hit those likes up, please? Some kind of weird belief that anytime I say anything about specifically the Trump supporters who are racist, because those are the ones that I'm usually talking about. What up, Everett Gilchrist? I'm usually, yeah, we could drop bags, y'all. I'm usually talking about the Trump reporters that are racist. Not all Democrats are minorities. That's 100% the truth also. That's a fact. The irony is I don't usually see other people have this same issue or problem when they're doing their shows or whatever the case is, but I definitely 100% run into them. Anyway, as everybody knows, Donald Trump has been impeached again. But before I mention that, I want to just say something. I want to just mention something real quick about the whole James Harden trade. James Harden has to be the best, worst player in the NBA. And what I mean by that is, unequivocally, James Harden is almost impossible to score. That's not even unequivocally is the wrong word. Unequivocally, James Harden is one of the top 3 to 4 scorers in the NBA. That's not even a question. But guess what James Harden doesn't do? James Harden does not play defense. I'll say that again. James Harden does not play defense. So as great of a scorer as James Harden is, and that's not even a question, if you score 30, but the other team gets 50 points off of you giving up plays and you not playing defense, that's a 20-point difference. If you score 40, but you constantly letting your man and every other player just go around you, that's not championship basketball. And for anybody that thinks that James Harden can't play defense, you are incorrect. Because there was a couple of playoffs ago. I forgot which playoffs it was, but there was a couple of playoffs ago, and he was playing lockdown defense. So he can play defense. He just chooses not to. He just can't be bothered. So I don't know how that situation is going to work in Brooklyn. Because when he's playing in New York and you don't play defense, the fans is going to let you know. They don't care how many buckets you get. Remember what they was doing to Anthony, when they was trying to say Carmelo Anthony wasn't playing defense. Remember? He was getting killed in the media. So as much as James Harden want to come play for the Nets, the trade is through as far as I know. Shout out to that. But homeboy, if you come to New York and you're not playing defense, you're going to be asking for a trade in a couple. You're going to be asking for another trade. I'm just saying. Anyway, with that being said, I root for all New York teams. My teams that I root for first are Giants, Jets, Yankees, Knicks. Not necessarily in that order, but that's the side of the spectrum I'm on as far as the 4 major sports. Giants, then Jets, Knicks, then Nets, Yankees, then Mets. Just so we could be clear. With all that being said, let me clear all of this stuff. With all that being said, let's get into the impeachment conversation immediately. Yes, we do have an article up on the BBN Network, a James Harden article. It's up on the BBN Network. The website's already pinned. Also, join the email newsletter. That's correct, Eric Mack. Appreciate you. All right, so let's get into this conversation about the impeachment. First thing that I want to say is this, right? Did y'all hear the way some of those Republicans was defending him? Did anybody see any of the impeachment process? They had Republicans out there straight defending him so hard it was retarded. Hold on, let's see if real quick, I'm going to see if I posted some. I think I posted at least one. I want to show y'all this. God dang it, I didn't post it. I think I know who posted it though. Give me 1 second. What the hell was that? But you had some Republicans out there. You had some Republicans out there that were so supportive of Donald Trump to this day. You want to know why I'm going to explain why they're so supportive of Donald. What up, Lovely E? I'm going to tell you why they're so supportive of Donald Trump still. You ready? They saw what his group do. They saw that Donald Trump told them dudes to do a thing, and they went all the way out for him. That's what they saw. They want that kind of support. You do know that that's why a lot of the Republicans who A ton of Republicans cannot stand Donald Trump. But the people, the Republican people, his constituency loves him so much that they don't want to distance themselves from him, because then they won't be able to, it's gonna be harder for them to get elected, because the Democrat votes ain't voting for them, so they don't want to distance themselves. What up, Laz? So they don't want to distance themselves from Donald Trump. They don't want to distance themselves from Donald Trump, because by distancing themselves from Donald Trump too much, it's going to make it so when it's time for them to get elected, they can't call on for him to say, vote for that person, vote for this person, because his people is going to show up and vote. I don't know what to explain. I don't even know why they love him so much, to be honest with you. Oh, and the lectern thing, they got it back. Remember when the dude stole the podium? Apparently they got it back from the dude. That's probably why they had to arrest that guy. They had to arrest that guy. They ain't had no choice. The dude that stole the podium, they ain't had no choice. I didn't see Liz Cheney's speech. I didn't see her speak. So I don't know if she spoke out against him or not. I only seen 2 people speak. I seen 2 people speak, and the main person that I heard speak that was the Republican. He was going in. He was just absolutely defending Trump like you could not believe. So did y'all hear? Okay, so there's parts of Trump's speech. I just want to. This is the main thing I want to be clear on. There's parts of Trump's speech where people were saying Trump sent individuals to go do a thing, right? But I'm gonna say, in a court of law, you can still argue that that's not what. You can still argue that he didn't send them to go do that, because what Trump was saying. Yes, it's one lovely E. It's 100% a hate to lose thing. I 100% agree with that. I think at this point, I think people always look. People do evil all the time just so they don't lose. I'm gonna say that again. People do evil all the time because they'll look at something as they don't want to lose, instead of as looking at it as, let's just do the right thing. What up, I rock with you TV. So people do evil all the time for that reason. I don't want to lose. They be like, man, I don't want to lose. So they go do evil. It happens all the time. This is not anything that's new. Often people go do evil. And I think that a lot of individuals, when they vote, be on that same, basically that same plateau, be on that same wavelength. Well, Giuliani saying trial by combat, Giuliani said that, or did Trump say that? Doesn't matter. That whole entire term, trial by combat, that is definitely saying something that okay, first of all, everything that both of those men said were incendiary. I'm not arguing that point. Just so we can be clear. Everything that both of those guys said was incendiary. Everything that both of those people said were Trump and Giuliani. Giuliani's in trouble, by the way. Y'all know that Giuliani has a the bar is actually taking away his ability to practice law in New York City. Y'all know that, right? Giuliani, if lack of a better term for the people that don't know, he's President Trump's lawyer. The bar is revoking his ability. The New York City bar is revoking his ability to be able to practice law in New York. Y'all know that, right? Donald Trump, the mayor said that Donald Trump basically isn't allowed to do business with the city no more. So all of the Donald Trump had what do you call that? He had deals with the city where, you know, they take care of this place and they take care of that place, and it added up to something like $17 million or something like that. The city cut all of them shits. They said that you can't do business with Donald Trump no more in New York City. Corethia Jones says we need this impeachment so that Trump won't have Secret Service care after office and he won't be able to run for president again. I think this one is going to go through. But yes, I think that the Republicans themselves are going to fight this so hard, it's crazy. The Republicans are going to fight this. Because if the Republicans, if Donald Trump loses this, the Republicans are going to feel like they've lost this because they stood so close to this guy. What up, Brandon Washington? Because they stood so close to this guy. You understand what I'm saying? So the Republicans are going to feel like they lost. Ah, you good, Brandon Washington? Appreciate you. Yeah. The mayor said, we're not doing business with Trump no more. The PGA took their golf tournament from Trump's what do you call that? Trump one of Trump's golf courses. What up, Dog Soldier? Dog Soldier, I thought you had a green name. What happened? So just keep that in mind. Everybody is distancing themselves from Trump. So now check this out. Not only, this is okay, so this is another reason why this impeachment is extremely important. Y'all do know that Iran has a warrant out for Trump's arrest, right? Everybody knows this, right? Iran has a warrant out for Trump's arrest. What up, Rude? Don't nobody see them dots, Jones? He says Trump's with no Secret Service, Iran want him bad. Boom, you were saying it right when I was saying it. Salute to you, my brother. And shout out to Rude Jones having the 1-year badge. Rude Jones, that's the 1-year badge. You've been a member of the channel for a whole entire year. Salute to you. Yeah, so removing Trump's Secret Service is basically going to make Trump have to pay for his security, and making Trump pay for his security. Now, if something happens to him, it's not the government's business. You understand what I'm saying? Because imagine if a president gets killed with Secret Service, or gets apprehended, get arrested, while they have Secret Service protection. Now that's America's business. Yes, I do think they took one of the Trump has a name on, used to have a name on a building, and I believe that the tenants complained. I don't know if that was this year or it was a previous year, but they took Trump's name off the building, or they wanted to take Trump's name off the building. I can't remember if it got taken off the building yet or not. What up, Queen Shah? Queen Shah says, Evening Frost and BBN fam. I'll be in and out of the chat this evening at work right now. Still listening. Love y'all. Love you too, baby girl. So that's another reason why they want to get you. You understand how many people are upset at Trump? Now, this is the main thing that I think that the government and us as civilians need to be concerned and needs to be worried about. You see, when Trump had a Twitter, we was able to monitor him. What happens if Trump and them get smart and decide a way to be able to speak to his masses that can't be... Let's say Trump just says, you know what, I'm going to make... Trump can literally just make his own Twitter now. Trump can go pay some people to make him a fucking social media platform. And then now nobody can't tell him what he can and can't do. And you know how many people going to pull up on that social media platform? He already got over... What? How many people voted for him? Nobody thinks about this? Nobody thinks about this. Nobody thinks about this. That Trump is a billionaire. A millionaire at least. And if he really wanted to be a douchebag, he could go pay somebody to make him a social media platform. And I'm not even talking about a website. I mean an app. The Trump property on the West Side Highway, the name was taken down. Salute, Black Cuddy. Salute to the Black Spades. Just make him an app. Trump could just pay somebody to make him a social media app. How many people voted for him? Nobody's thinking about this? Nobody's thinking about this. See, this is what I mean by when I see people get so happy when they see something happen and they be like, yeah, stick it to him. But when I see Trump get kicked off of all the social media platforms, I'm like, well, you know, he's not me. He's not you. He got millions and millions and millions of... When Twitter banned them, they lost, they stock dropped like... They lost like $6 million in stock. Like what did they stock drop like crazy? Nobody's thinking about this while everybody's celebrating. Because this is my celebration thing, by the way. While nobody's celebrating that he's not on Twitter no more, celebrating that he's not on all of these social media platforms, nobody's thinking about that. This guy could just make himself his own app that all of his people is going to buy. Yeah, New York is the mayor said that he's not allowed to do any more business directly with the city. They cut in all of the contracts that he have with the city. They getting rid of them things. He said it's a dub. That's what the mayor said. Oh, Twitter let him back on social media? I didn't even know that. Hold on. Bottom line, it's always about the dollar. Yeah. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they allowed them back on. But I'm telling you what, one, they stock plummeted. Let's just be clear on that. They stock plummeted. And those are smart people. Those are smart people. I'm pretty sure they thought the same thing I thought. I'm pretty sure they thought the same thing I thought. Oh man, what if Trump makes an app? What if Trump makes an app? Tell you, first of all, they stock plummeted. Second, I'm pretty sure they thought the same thing I thought. What if Trump makes an app? How many people voted for him? 70-something million? You got 1 million people on the app you rolling. Tyson Garcia says those platforms are protected by government regulations, so it's either stay neutral or censor everyone. Pick your poison. The Parler app is gone. The Parler app is gone. I believe that they're currently suing Amazon. I believe the Parler app is currently suing Amazon because Amazon took the whole thing off. They're not playing with them. Shout out to your boy Jimmy Belcher. He says don't give him no ideas. I don't think Trump hears me, but yeah. So now check this out. Let's talk about the actual impeachment situation that he's going through. Basically, what he's being impeached for is that they're saying that he sent those people down to. Let's have a vote real quick. He sent those people to go raid the Capitol building. Who believes he told them to go raid the Capitol building? Who's like, nah, he said some weirdo shit, but he didn't say that specifically. So who's saying that he's saying go raid the Capitol building? Who's saying, yeah, he said something pretty close, but he didn't say that? I'm curious. Let's have a quick vote. Tyson Garcia says Chris Cuomo words are biting in his ass. Please show me where it says protesters are supposed to be polite and peaceful in the Constitution. Shaking my head. No. Only people that's supposed to be polite and peaceful when they protest are black people and minorities. Black people specifically. Black people specifically. Black people specifically. I hear other races trying to tell us that we should be more polite when we getting shot and killed. Uh, 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 uh. I don't know. I'm looking at the Twitter thing right here. Hold on. I'm going to show you the article that I just looked at. This was posted 1 hour ago. Twitter says a new video from Trump doesn't break rules. Let's look into it. Let's see exactly what it says. Twitter told NBC it wasn't technically ban evasion. On July 8th, Twitter permanently banned Donald Trump and proceeded to play whack-a-mole as he attempted to dodge that ban by using different Twitter accounts, each of which Twitter suspended in turn. And yet less than a week, a Trump video has been posted on the official White House account delivering a new video speech. The speech is not inflammatory, quite the opposite. It features Trump's denouncing violence. It contains a message many might have hoped Trump would issue immediately during or perhaps even before the attack on the U.S. Capitol to avoid the violence and the 5 deaths that occurred. Still, it's very strange to see Trump's face on a new Twitter video, considering such a video was one of the inciting incidents that got Trump kicked off the platform. Twitter initially removed that video due to a risk of violence before deciding it was too risky to allow Trump to retain an account at all. And yes, he's now able to publish a video speech to Twitter from a different account. When Twitter banned Trump, the company told us it would try to limit the use of each government account like White House if Trump tried to use to evade the ban. But Twitter told NBC reporting Dylan Byners that it doesn't constitute a ban evasion at all because it's the White House account, I guess, or he sent something out and he didn't say anything too much. When we asked how that doesn't count as ban evasion, Twitter declined to comment. So that's how he's back on Twitter. Hold on, I got another this was posted 1 hour ago. Hold on. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey said that the Trump ban reflected a failure to police online discourse. In a lengthy philosophical tweet storm, Twitter chief executive Jack Dorsey said he took no pride in the decision to remove President Trump's account from the service last week, describing the decision as a failure to ultimately create a service that could sustain civil discourse and healthy conversations. That's literally what I'm usually trying to do that people are trying to prevent me from doing. Come in here, have civil discourse with y'all, and healthy conversations. That's literally what I'm usually trying to do. So you don't think they should allow politicians on the platform because you had one particular person that used his political platform to arguably create a riot in the nation's capital? I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't know. Dorsey's statements, the first time the CEO spoke about the decision, arrived at the heels of an emotional week in which right-wing figures disavowed the power of Silicon Valley companies, while employees and the public had begged the companies for more explanation of its actions in response to the violent January 6th protest. First of all, I'm pretty sure that they do not want to allow Trump to be able to talk to his base before the inauguration, because I'm pretty sure that they think something is going to happen at the inauguration that is going to be that can possibly be dangerous, or whatever the case might be, where people might be able to get hurt. So Twitter banned Trump's account, which boasted 88 million followers, last Friday after first suspending him for 12 hours the day of the Capitol siege. Facebook also banned Trump indefinitely, as Amazon-owned video platform Twitch. As has Amazon-owned video platform Twitch. Snapchat also said it will permanently ban Trump from an app late Wednesday. The company had already said last week that Trump was indefinitely suspended last week. In the interest of public safety and based on his attempt to spread misinformation, hate speech, and incite violence, which are clear violations of their guidelines. Yeah, I do know that the First Amendment is not covered. Most of what Trump says is not covered in the First Amendment. Google on YouTube banned Trump's account for 7 days. Amazon Web Services division cut off Trump's friendly social media site Parler, which was also removed from the Google and Apple app stores. So Trump is not back on Twitter. What it is he used the White House's personal account in order to be able to put something out. Trump is not back on Twitter. Trump is not back on Twitter. You think Joe Biden is going to give black people reparations? Are you crazy? What are they going to do when Trump decides to just have an app created for his people? What are you going to do when one of his people just create an app? Trump don't even got to do it. What are they going to do when one of his people just create an app? What are they going to do? What do they do when somebody that don't even like or dislike Trump just create an app because he knows that all of their people... Exactly. What? I know you was just joking. You put laugh out loud. I just wanted to comment. What are they going to do when somebody just makes an app on purpose so Trump and his people have somewhere to talk? What are they going to do? Are they not going to create FCC regulations? Corinthia Jones says manipulation, mind games, subliminal race bait, call it whatever you want. That man is poison to our country. Is every he was ever in the office. What did I tell y'all? I said if Trump loses the election, it don't even matter because his people are still gonna follow him. Didn't I say that? I said we gotta have two presidents. We gotta have the president of the actual United States, and we're gonna have Trump because his people are still gonna follow what he say. Now tell me where I'm wrong. That's where the money at right now. You make an app right now and tell Trump and his people that they can talk there. You might get in trouble with the U.S. government, though, because if they go do some weirdo shit, the U.S. government might then say that you a terrorist. I'm just keeping it a stack with you. You might get in trouble for being a terrorist at this point. But you do know that's why the apps are banned. Wait, hold on. Y'all know why the apps are banning him, right? Oh shit, I should have led with this. The apps are banning him because they don't want the U.S. government, the FCC, to start saying that they're used for terrorism. That thing that happened in the Capitol was terrorism. What up, Uber guy? What up, JJ? That thing that happened in the Capitol was terrorism. I just want everybody to understand what's actually going on. He's not getting kicked off these apps because the app is saying, the people that run the app is like, we don't want you on the app. That's why when you say he was back on the app, I was like, really? He's getting kicked off the app because 9 times out of 10, they getting a call. This is a capitalist society. You think every app just decided, you know what, we don't want Donald Trump and his hate on there? That's really what you think happened? The government called these people up and told them, yo, look, y'all make moves. Because if you allow this man to stay on your platform, what's coming down, you're going to be a part of the problem. Eric Gilchrist said, Isn't Twitter under the federal eye for their antitrust violations or something like that? They should have just sat on the sidelines. Them crazy people follow Trump via telepathy. Yo, y'all do understand that, right? First of all, I already told y'all all of this was going to happen. I already know. What I'm trying to explain to you is it's not that they are staying neutral or are not staying neutral. They're getting calls from the government. 9 times out of 10, the government is hitting them up, telling them, yo, look. They're using your app to strike at us. They're using your app to communicate and get there so they could then attack the government. Are you complicit? So if we start holding them accountable, sooner or later we gonna have to hold y'all accountable. Because you're banning people on your app. Put it like this. Hold on. Let's just be clear. Let's talk about Instagram for a minute. How many of y'all know about people that got banned on Instagram because they put a post up that really was nothing? And Instagram freaking shadow banned them. Or Instagram banned them. Or Instagram told them that their account might get deleted. But Instagram, you gonna let Donald Trump do what Donald Trump is doing now? So that bullshit Donald Trump is doing is cool. But homegirl over there shaking her ass, we don't want her doing that. We're going to ban her account for shaking her ass. But this stuff that Donald Trump is doing. Oh, Kevin Williams said he left the podium in another part of the building. Okay, so he wasn't too stupid. The cops probably just didn't let him leave the building with it, I guess. They should have. They should have let him take that podium wherever he wanted to take it. Looking at him like, I can't wait to come arrest your ass. So be mindful of that. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App, y'all. Come on, let's go. Let's have some, I want to do call-ins. Let's do some call-ins. Hit me on IG right there. Hit me on that IG right now. Hit me on that IG right now. I want to do some call-ins. Watts Game said his main channel got that warning. Yeah. I actually did have some coffee today. I'm just, my voice is hurt. My voice hurt. Apparently the fucking hotel gives me a Keurig and coffee, and I did not know this. I just found out about this. So I've been buying coffee for no damn reason. Shout out to that shit. So think about that for a minute. Places, let me turn this thing off again. Shit like Instagram is banning people accounts because they shaking ass on their account. But you're not banning somebody's account that's basically saying incendiary things that are getting a whole group of people riled up. Model T, you said I'm slipping. How am I slipping? Look, Mark Hernandez. How am I slipping? I'm not getting into that. My voice hurts. So if y'all hear me like, the voice hurts. It's hurting to talk. Anyway, how am I slipping? Anyway, but I told y'all that this was gonna happen. What do y'all think is gonna happen? Hold on. Oh, on the free coffee. Yeah, I didn't even know. Hold on. So check this out. What do y'all think is gonna happen, right? If Donald Trump actually gets impeached. What do y'all think is going to happen if Donald Trump actually gets impeached? What do you think is going to happen? You think that his base is going to be cool with that? See, I'm going to tell you something. I live in the big city, right? So I got my own dangers outside or whatever the case got to be. But we don't have to worry about Trump supporters raiding our streets. All right? We don't got to worry about that. But what about the individuals? Total mayhem, I agree. What about the individuals that live in the rural America? What about the individuals that live in Virginia, out there in the sticks somewhere, that live out in the boondocks? No, it's not. It's free. They're supposed to. It's free. It's free. It's free. I asked all the questions. I'm going to ask more tomorrow, but I asked all the questions. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to the people, the black people that live in small towns? That's probably predominantly freaking, not even the black people. What do you think is going to happen to the non-Trump supporters that live in towns that's majority of the people in the town are Trump supporters? No matter what race you are. What do you think is going to happen? You think that shit is going to go over well? Now, with that being said, he needs to be impeached, right? I mean, go through the process. If he's found to be guilty of whatever, then it is what it is. I'm not trying to say let him off the hook. I'm not saying that at all. Just so we can be clear. But what I'm saying is know what your action is gonna entail. Know what's coming next. That's what's coming next. That's what's coming next. Dog Soldier said facts. The South is full of his supporters flying his flag and the Confederate flag. That's what's coming next. So be mindful of that. What in the hell? Big Hat said if Trump gets impeached, they're going to take it as an act of war. I'm 100% on your side with that. I'm agreeing with that 100%. I don't know. Look, he has to get impeached. All right. I don't think America can have him run for the presidency again. I haven't lived on the planet for 300 years. I haven't lived on the planet since the inception of America. So let's not act like I know everything and I've seen everything, because I clearly have not. But I will say this. When has there been more of a division between Soleil? If y'all been noticing, I haven't been able to do that as well for the last couple of days. My voice been hurting. My point is, I don't think it's just going to be black people that's going to be attacked. I believe that there's going to be Caucasian people that's going to be attacked. You know how many people fight with their neighbors? You know how many white people don't like Trump? There's a lot of white people don't like Trump. You know how many Mexicans love Trump? You know how many black people love Trump? You know how many people of all types of different ethnicities love Trump and they're not Caucasian? It's a lie. So I'm not trying to make this clearly. I'm not saying a race thing. I'm not saying that they're going to attack black people. I'm saying they're just going to be attacking anti-Trump people, period, no matter what their race is. And not all Trump supporters, obviously. I'm only speaking on the zealots. I'm only speaking on the individuals that are staunch Trump, that are crazy with it. I'm only speaking about them. I am not talking about every individual supporter of Trump. I gotta say that because I know people who support Trump, and I don't think they're gonna be out in the street doing nothing crazy. Shout out to P-Code Slim. P-Code says he loves Trump. Shout out to that. I'm not even mad at you. As I always say, vote for your best interests. If voting for Trump helps your bottom line, which is money, I can't be mad at you. People been saying that their 401k went through the roof. Copy, Rob Campbell. Appreciate you. I need to get some lemon, honey, and ginger tea. People been saying their 401ks went through the roof. So what the hell? I'm pretty sure there are a ton of people that support Trump that aren't racist. I'm pretty sure that there are people who are absolutely go out there and do all types of weirdo shit because Trump said it, that don't hate, that are not racist. Sometimes when I talk about Trump supporters, I'm talking specifically about the racists because we're talking specifically about a race issue that involves them. Big Hat said people he know been doing bad their whole life eating. Also, don't forget, there was a lot of people eating in the 80s, all right? Because, crack epidemic. I'm just going to throw that out there. So I just want to be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk about black issues without people thinking I'm saying hate the white man. I am never saying that. Not never. I'm not saying hate anyone. The deplorables. First of all, Hillary Clinton, she can't talk about nothing. She can't. I can't. I'm not discussing. I don't want to. I'm not a big Hillary Clinton fan. I am not a Hillary Clinton fan at all. I'm zero of a Hillary Clinton fan, just so we can be clear. I'm zero of her fan. It's a sad world that we live in, that people think that if you don't like one side that you have to like the other. I could just choose not to like nobody. Why not? I can't choose that nobody is acceptable. I choose that neither side is acceptable. I choose that we need something different and we need something better. Shout out to freaking my son and them for saying that, because we do need something different. We need something different. I don't know what the different thing is, but we need something different. We need something so different, I don't even know how to explain it. But we need something different. We need something better. We need something that people are held accountable for their actions. That's what we need. People to be able to be held accountable for their actions. Trump is where he's at right now because he was able to go unchecked for so long. So when I hear people say we got to get Trump out, I think about, well, okay, I hear you saying Trump got to go, but what do you think y'all was setting all of this stuff up for when Obama was the president, but he didn't do anything for black people? Y'all was setting this up. See, because I believe that if Obama did things for black people, the power would have been different. When Trump ran for presidency, the power would have been different. But I'm not bashing Obama, just so we can be clear, but Obama didn't help black people with being able to create generational wealth. I'm not even talking about putting us in situations. Hit my IG right there. Just hit the IG. I'm gonna allow people to call in on IG. So Obama didn't do that, and doing that would have helped us. Big Hat says they the reason for a lot of fatherless black households. I'm not a Hillary or Biden fan. Just so we could be clear, right? I want to be clear. If you committed a crime and went to jail, and you went to jail for an inordinate amount of time, I'm agreeing with you. But if you just committed a crime and then you went to jail then I'm not on that type of time. If you committed a crime and you went to jail, then while you was in jail, you had to commit more crimes, then that's on you. Because at the end of the day, until we fight for prison reform in a manner that's actually going to try to reform the prisoner, then what do we people just want people to go to prison to be punished. We're not supposed to want people to go to prison to be punished. We're supposed to want people to go to prison because we need to remove them from society, and then we also need to reteach them and relearn them. So when they come back into society, they can not be a hindrance to society and actually be a benefit. That's why we're supposed to want people to go to prison. We're not supposed to want people to go to prison. Oh man, I hope that person go to prison because they're gonna get raped. We're not supposed to want people to go to prison for those reasons. Prison is supposed to be a last resort, because there's no other way to change that person's behavior, because that person did something that was so terrible that they need extensive monitoring. That's what prison is supposed to be for. Prison is not supposed to be for what it's currently being used for. To make cheap products so big companies could sell it and make big bucks. That's a whole nother conversation. Pardon me. Basketball game. But that's a whole nother conversation. But that's not a conversation most people are willing to have. Most people aren't willing to have that particular conversation. A lot of people are fatherless, grew up fatherless, because we didn't have opportunity in our neighborhoods. A lot of people grew up fatherless I'm gonna speak on the unfair laws also, because I think that the laws are unfair also. I just want to make sure that we have a delineation between an actual criminal going to jail and somebody being sent to jail for something that they shouldn't have went to jail for. Like the individual who had 2 strikes and get caught with a bag of weed, now he go to jail for 25 years. That's not fair. You speak on that 100%. But I think often we group everybody that got locked up in the 90s in the same group. I don't want to do that. Because there's people out here walking the streets right now that they're not doing anything but doing crimes. That their whole entire life revolves around doing crimes to other black people. That their whole entire life revolves around trying to figure out how to rob black people, trying to figure out how to attack black people, trying to figure out how to destroy any black person they see doing something positive. There's people right now walking the streets like that. I don't want them to fall under the same umbrella of what we're discussing. Non-Bigness says the Everglades don't believe in locking you up and beating on you. They believe reform is based on punishment, but with limitations. Their prisons allow certain things for life. Family they pop is 35,000. Interesting. Angel Christmas says, I don't like either sides because there's no such thing as the lesser evil. Both sides are evil. That's my point. When you go speak to God, you go die and you go speak to God. You go speak to whoever you got to speak to. Right? And they say, why did you do that thing? An adequate answer isn't going to be, well, both things was bad. I just chose that one. They're going to say, why didn't you do anything then? You could have did nothing. You didn't have to choose between the two. You could have chose to do nothing. You could have chose to stand there. Why didn't you choose to stand there? Oh, because you was because a lot of times in America and a lot of times on Earth, we're taught ever since we're a kid that we have to go A or B. That's what we're taught. You got to go 1, 2, or 3. You got to choose a path. Sometimes all ways are wrong. Sometimes you got to wait. Sometimes it's just not your bus. Let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App real quick. And I'm going to check out some of this coffee. I know it's late, but I'm going to have one of these coffees. So sometimes I believe that's what we're supposed to do. I think too often people are just I'm not going to say confused, but I'm saying I think too often people are given the impression that they have to do one or the other, when sometimes it's just best not to do either. Sometimes all things are bad. I'm not going to lie to you, right? We had a person that used to be in the chat a while back. Apparently, they think I'm an empath. Anybody here knows what an empath is? Anybody here know what an empath is? Anybody here know what an empath is? Anybody? Apparently they think I'm an empath. And I think that's why sometimes I might struggle with, I don't struggle with decisions. I struggle with, appreciate you. I struggle with I'll put it up on the screen. Why don't I just, because I'm not sure if I'll put it up on the screen. Somebody was like, they believe that I'm an empath because of the way in which I hate when I write a word and I want them to give me the definition, but they don't do that. They do some other shit. Shout out to them though. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not saying that I am also, so please don't nobody making videos talking about I said I could speak to ghosts or some stupid shit. Please don't do that. I'm not saying that. Somebody told me I was an empath before. And I had quite a few people believe in this type of stuff. I'm not saying I do believe in it. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. A person with the paranormal ability to apprehend the mental or emotional state of another individual. So I'm saying all this to say this. Until you can feel the pain that somebody else is going through, until you can understand how your own actions is negatively affecting another person, I think that's why we have the problems that we have in our communities. I think because generally speaking, because of this culture that we currently the way that, this culture that we currently live in, and the way that everything is created and what we're subjugated to, I think that people are just so they think about themselves so individual like that nobody thinks of things as a collective. So sometimes even when you see somebody being able to understand what somebody or feel what somebody else is going through, it looks abnormal. Because we're taught only to care about ourselves. We're taught us first. So you got a part of me sometimes. I think you're using you're using the term extremely too broad. Watts games, but okay. I don't know what to explain. Everybody can run, but not everybody's fast. I don't know of a way to explain it to you. Everybody can run. I'm not saying I am, by the way. Everybody can run, but not everybody's fast. I guess that's the best way for me to explain how to. I think you're just using the term way too broad. How often have I told y'all exactly what's going to happen before it happens? How often have I told y'all what was going to happen before it happens? You think that's an accident? Think I got lucky that many times? You think I just consistently just get lucky? Maybe. Maybe I just get lucky all the time. Oh, you tried to no, just say hey. You can't call me. You never spoke to me before. It's not gonna let it go through. So hold on. All you gotta do is hit me and say hey. Then I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna hit you right back. I don't got no alert or nothing. If anybody wants to call in, just say hey. When you say hey, I'm going to see the alert. I'm going to hit the alert. I have a brand. Look, people, I'm going to tell you some shit. I have brands constantly hitting me, asking me, do I want to be a brand ambassador for their brand? But it's female stuff. So if I actually had a girlfriend right now, she'd be getting a lot of free clothes. I'm not even fronting with you. No, you could call in right now. I never spoke with you before. So when you tried to call me, it didn't go through because I got my settings so weirdos can't call me because I get. So just say hey. Boom. Now it's telling me that you want to talk, and I'm gonna hit you right now. Yeah, that's all I was saying. My apologies for not being more clear. Hey, how
Hello,
you doing?
Hey.
Okay, you a whole model for real, for real. Okay, so they said this light.
I just left the gym.
Get out of here.
I swear I just did. And you know what? I love your show. I love your views. I love your point of views. Definitely for sure. Oh shit.
Don't crash. I know I'm good looking, but
No, I gotta enjoy. Them joys stay up better than my iPhones. No offense to iPhone users. But yeah, like this topic to me right now is like really deep because it's like, for real? I don't understand. I really don't. And everything that you're saying is actually the damn truth because we've all been thinking this in our heads for months, years, and now everything came to light. It's like, all right, what y'all want to do?
That's a fact.
And actually, you know what? And like Tamika Mallory said, this is not our fight. This is their fight.
Shout
They're
out to
over
the
here
Queen,
fighting
Tamika
for
Mallory.
selfishness and who knows what else. Like, what are you guys arguing? I don't understand. Like, what the fuck? Why are you? Oh, sorry.
Thank
Why
you.
are you guys storming the Capitol for? Like, I don't understand. You got white privilege. We don't. We don't have that.
Alright, so this is something that I want to say. What's going on in America is not white against black. That's what I was trying to, because somebody put that in the chat, that they're going to come after all the black people. And I'm like, well, I'm not saying that they're going to come.
I mean, I feel like they might because you know how they just do. Just because they're just pissed off, like, oh, you're walking through the neighborhood, you're not supposed to be. You know how they shoot us down.
Now, what I'm gonna okay, finish what you're saying. My apologies. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you didn't cut me off. But I'm just saying, like, you know how they always play us like that, and that's why that's the reason why I said there's probably gonna be a lot of more marches because they're pissed off and angry because they can't run amok, or they want to run amok, and they just feel like they should just be running America, and it's like, really?
Okay, so what's actually going on in America right now is the same war that's been going on for the longest, but we've been fighting our own war, so we haven't been paying attention. And it's a war between not even ideologies, it's a war between money. You know that they got a bank over in, I forgot which country, I think Switzerland or something like that, that now they said that Donald Trump can't bank there no more with them. So this is much deeper, and it got much more to do with global economics than it does just with our American traditions. And what a lot of people don't understand is that when the Civil War happened, it was based on global economics also.
That.
Yeah, it was based.
And you was preaching about that, and that was something that I'm pretty sure a lot of us did not know about. Whether they want to admit it or not, I'm pretty sure that's something that a lot of us did not know about.
Yeah, so the Civil War came about because of they wanted to. I don't want to call certain names out on the channel because I don't want certain people to be looking at me as certain. I don't want niggas to come after me. Part of my language, you know, I don't like saying the N-word. I don't want big giant corporate companies to decide that I'm this little ant that's the BBN is worth trying to squash. So I'm not gonna call certain names out, but there's companies. I'll call one out because they're not gonna care because they way too big. But you know who the Bilderbergs are.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that level of banking was trying to get America to use them as their collateral for the dollar bill. I'm talking about this. I'm pretty sure you know about this. I'm not saying like you don't know. So
don't keep going for those who don't understand, but
exactly,
keep going.
Exactly. So they was trying to get President Lincoln to use them as collateral for the dollar bill. Lincoln said no, he did not want to. He decided that they wanted to use whatever they wanted to use, the gold in the depository, whatever the case is, whatever that is. That's why the Civil War happened. They then went to the freaking South and convinced the South to separate from the North and have their own country, that they were then going to have their own dollars that they were going to use in order for the collateral for their bank. See, now a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think that the reason why the Civil War happened was over slavery, because that's what they try to teach us in school. Slavery had nothing to do with it. The only reason why
way deeper than that, way deeper.
But I'm trying to be as surface level as possible, because that's not necessarily what the conversation is about. So I want to get to the point where the Civil War wasn't over slaves. The only reason why the slaves were even why the Emancipation Proclamation happened was because the South was winning. They were kicking America. They was kicking the North's ass. So I say all that to say this. When you look at what's going on now, it's the same war. What a lot of people don't understand is a lot of those people from the South actually came to the North. They were Democrats. The Republicans actually started going to the South. Lincoln was a Republican. He wasn't a Democrat. So when Martin Luther King was a Republican. He was not a Democrat. So whenever people try to act like if you're a Democrat, you got to be black. I mean, if you black, you got to be a Democrat. Pardon me.
No, that is not how it works.
No, it doesn't. That's why I keep trying to tell people, stop voting along party lines. If you haven't heard me say this before, I've said this a couple of times. Stop voting across party lines. Vote for whoever has your best interest in mind. That's it. Vote.
And you know what? We're going to rewind back to what you just said right there about vote whoever's best in your interest. There were two white ladies I worked with.
Wait, what happened?
So, oh, Lord, let me tell you. So we had a team meeting, and one of them had like a thing like I got, and it had Trump 2020 on it. I was the first black woman to walk in the office meeting room, and I seen it. Me and her are cool. So after I seen it, I was like, I know you and your husband and your kids go deer hunting or whatever. I have my suspects about you, but okay, this proved it. So then, like, when the other black ladies walked, there was like three of them. She turned it around. She was embarrassed. So when she quit, it was just like, oh, okay. And I look at her stuff on, every now and then I scroll through Facebook, which no one really F's with that anymore, but I scroll through there and, she's got her rhetoric and stuff, and I'm like, are you nice to me because I'm the nice black woman in the office to you? Because everybody else throws you shade? Like, I'm a nice person, basically. Mm-hmm. So that kind of just gave me the side eye with her. So another white lady, after George Floyd got murdered, we were all having a conversation because all of us black ladies, it's like four of us, we're feeling the pressure, you know what I'm saying, of being black in white America. And she was like, I voted for Trump for his Christian values. So when you said vote for the person in your best interest, that's what brought me back to her. I was like, and we all looked at her like, are you dumb? But,
Trump had a Bible upside down. So if I don't know what kind of yeah, so
right, and we were all just like, what are you talking about? Just say you don't like Hillary. Just say that.
Now, I could live with that.
The reason why you voted for him. Just say you don't like Hillary, because none of us did.
Thank you.
We're just trying to vote for the lesser.
Now you see,
just say you don't like Hillary, because we was all just trying to vote for the better person, because we knew this man was unstable. Like,
I 100% blame Trump getting into office on the Democrats trying to force Hillary down everybody's throat. That's why whenever anybody try to like go off or whatever, I'm like, nah, it's the Democrats' fault. They tried to force Trump down. They tried to force Hillary down everybody's throat. They tried to make us love Hillary. They had Hillary walking around with the hot sauce in the
right, had Jay-Z and Beyonce endorsing him and said, I was just like, it didn't get it.
Stop. Do you carry hot sauce in your purse?
Nope.
So you get my point.
Like, why? That was the worst. Like, she should not. I don't know. I just don't. Whatever. Anyway, America was not ready for a female president until just now. They were like, oh, maybe us females are not unstable as they think we are, because look who we got for the past 4 years. Somebody who's very unstable.
I don't think it's so much as this is the problem that I think most women have in the workplace. No matter how capable females are, they're not given the proper respect and the proper due for their talents or their skills. So often a female has to be more harsh, has to be more mean, has to have sharper teeth, has to be more of a animal or a go-getter or a cutthroat in order to move up in the ladder. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I feel that, and I think that's not fair. So when we go somewhere like politics, and then now you have to go stand on a podium and you have to talk about, debate with somebody about what your positive attributes is and what this and this and this and that and what you did in your career and what that person did in their career. Just generally speaking, most females that get up to that level of being able to even go for presidency is going to have so many skeletons in their closet. It's going to be because that's the only way that they was able to get to where they was able to get to. That it's just going to be it's going to be like target practice. It's going to be so many things to shoot at. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes any sense.
So many ladders to climb.
Yeah, so I think that's the main reason in which why we haven't had a female become president more than that female isn't capable. There's tons of females that are capable of being president. I mean, Donald Trump was just president. What the hell? There's probably babies capable of being the president because he was. So that's the point in which I'm trying to make. So there's tons of females that's capable of being president. That's not up for debate. The problem is, in order to move up that ladder, often females have to try harder because their talents and their skills and their positive attributes aren't seen or aren't as respected as easily as when a man has those same exact attributes. So I think that's actually the issue, and I think that's actually what the problem is when it comes to trying to get a female to be voted in as the president directly. I think that's the issue, and that's the problem.
And to me, that's so messed up. But we'll see what happens, with this term 2021 to like what? 2024?
4. That's the next one.
4? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen come the next couple of weeks with these Trump supporters, but they got to bounce. He's got to bounce, and honestly, it's going to be TV gold if we see him hanging on the door, getting thrown out of the White House. Man, if we get to see that shit, if we get to see that stuff, that's going to be TV gold.
If he allows for something like that to get taped, and he's gonna have to go hide in the ditch. I don't know what to tell you. First of all, if something like that actually happens, his supporters are gonna go absolute apeshit. See, that's the problem. We
already see a preview of it.
That's the issue that I was trying to explain that people are gonna have. Trump supporters, they don't care. They don't care he's not the president no more. They're still gonna follow what he say. So
I think you said it and somebody else said it too, that he's probably going to start like a network or something, speaking his own rhetoric and get ready to cause more anarchy. And I'm just like, if they don't impeach this man ASAP, we don't want to go see this another 4 years later, trying to run again.
That's a fact.
None of the things.
So, wait, hold on. You said next caller. Is there a next caller? I don't think we have a next caller, so it don't matter. So we're going to keep her on here unless we have a next caller. Who's up next? Hold on. Do we have a next caller that I missed? No, not yet.
It's okay, Jack. I got to go to the store anyway. I got to get something before it gets mad at me.
I don't like people telling me to do nothing. That's a bad habit. I think there might be a next caller. Wait, what the fuck? We might actually have a next caller. All right, so I'm very happy that you called in, and she's absolutely. It says Model T Unleashed. I didn't know if that was like because she was like a car, but no. I'm
from Kentucky, so when I first started modeling, my name's Tony. And they were like, well, you want to be called online? I'm like, all right. Model T was the first. I was the first from Louisville, Kentucky to actually do diversifying in modeling. So Model T. And then Unleashed came because I started doing other things just outside of,
You know it's going to be dope? When you cop some BBN merch so I can repost you in it.
Oh, yeah. I seen that. I seen the ad. I was like, ooh, look at them leggings. I can work out in those.
Boom. Boom. You're going to start the whole wave. Appreciate you.
I got to. And I'm going to join the saloon.
Okay.
So when you see me in the saloon. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have some good stuff to say about you, too. You already know it. Let's go.
You better.
Later. Do we got a next caller? I want a next caller. I don't think we got a next caller. Anybody else calling in? Okay, these whoever the hell this is got to get blocked. Block that whole account. We is doing zero of that. And then delete the thing. Yeah, we're doing zero of that. I don't know what the fuck that was about. We'll have our call. Alright, so somebody sent me that earlier. Oh, and I'm on the wrong account. So she DM me. Okay, so hold on. Let me move over to the other account. That's why all that stuff. I was like, what the hell? Anybody else want to call in? Hit me. Anybody else want to call in, hit me. Also, let's get 5 to 10 $10 drops to the Cash App. Come on, y'all. Let's go. And the Knicks lost. Alright, so that's the end of the what do y'all want to discuss now? Any other topic y'all want to discuss? Any other topic y'all want to bring up? But I just want to point something out. Just so we can be clear. I've been telling y'all what was going to happen in politics. I've been telling y'all what was going to happen in hip hop. I've been telling y'all what was going to happen just in regular court cases and everything else before it happens. I've been telling y'all what's going to happen in almost everything before it happens. I'm going to start covering sports soon. So when I start covering sports and I start picking these winners, I'm just saying. Who else we got in the house? Can y'all drop some frost? I want to see who still got up in here. Y'all could drop some frost. I want to see who's up in here. Randall is better than he was last year. Randall, he didn't. I got Randall has limitations. I think Randall has limitations. I think that we need some of the other players to step up and play better. I think RJ Barrett needs to figure out how to shoot a jump shot with a Black Cuddy. Could we drop some frost so I can see who's still up in here? With Sule. I think RJ Barrett needs to figure out how to shoot a three. If RJ Barrett starts shooting threes, the Knicks is gonna be dangerous. What up, Everett Gilchrist? I think that's a big problem that the Knicks have, the inability. What up, Queen Shah, Wavy D? I think a big problem with the Knicks is that they can't extend the defense. They can't shoot threes. They can't extend the defense. I think that's a big problem. I want to talk about YNW Melly. Let's talk some hip hop. I'm drinking coffee, so I'm up. Let's talk some hip hop. I want to talk some shit about YNW Melly. I hope RJ is gonna be fine. I think he needs another wing player to play with. I think he plays better when he has a wing player that they could play with and get up and down the court. I think that he plays better with that. I think he needs another wing player. But check this out real quick. YNW Melly's moms keep filming him at prison. She keeps going up to his window and filming him. Nobody else think that that's like weird? What up, Lamar Clark? Nobody else think that's weird? Nobody else think that that's weird that YNW Melly's mom, I'm making sure that I said the right initials, keep going up to the building and filming him on outside of the building? I don't think that woman wants him to get out of jail. Either that or they're just really stupid. What up, Mark Hernandez? Because remember, she's the one that gave the DA cause. Remember, the thing that they need to prove whenever you commit a crime is opportunity and reason. What's the reason for you to do it, and what motive and reason? I mean, motive and opportunity. If you don't have a motive, if they can't prove motive, you could probably skate. If you can't prove opportunity, you could probably skate. Motive and opportunity. That's why a lot of sociopaths get off. That's why a lot of psychopaths get off. A lot of those get off because they can't prove motive. I don't know why she don't want him to be free. But remember when he first got locked up, she immediately said, well, the dude that she let everybody know that the guy that got killed did something to her. Why would you do that? I think the dude smacked her or something like that. And then also the fact that she was banging the young man leaked. So I think that she don't want him free. I think she want him locked up. Because him locked up means that any kind of money that he makes, she controls. When she had the strippers go to the outside of his building and dancing, us looking from the outside, we probably think that's some dope shit. But imagine being locked up in jail, in prison, and you look out the window and you got strippers outside your window that you can't touch. I'd be pissed. I mean, I get it though, but I'd be pissed. I'm locked up in jail. That chick about to go home and bang somebody. Why you bring her to me for? I don't know. I'd be pissed. They still looking for YFN Lucci, as far as I can tell. Anybody know what the YFN stands for? Young for now? I don't know what the YFN stand for. They still looking for YFN Lucci. So YFN Lucci drops a damn YFN Lucci drops on his Instagram. Go check it out. It's a video. I don't want to show it. And the video basically is talking about being in a gang and committing gang violence. Two people were shot, one person survived. One dude was shot in the face, he ain't survived. The other dude was shot in the abdomen. He drove to a fire station. I'm just reading this. I did not know all this. He drove to a fire station. He survived. 3 suspects was named in the investigation. YFN Lucci was one of them. I think that we have a problem in hip-hop just in general, and rap just in general, where if you don't risk your life and risk your freedom, you're not seen as a reputable rapper. You're not seen as a reputable rapper. There's a few type of rappers you could be. You could be a drug rapper, you could be a gang street rapper, or you could be a rapper or a soft rapper that want non-violence. I think that's like basically as far as the males go. Or you could just be a rapper that's out there trying to bang broads, I guess. But what are these dudes gonna do? Because check this out. We're gonna see a lot of rappers going to jail. I said this in the beginning of last year. I said this in the beginning of not in the beginning of last year, pardon me. I said this as soon as the lockdown started, when they was talking about no more clubs. You want to know why? Because a lot of these rappers get their money from clubs. YFN Lucci lives in Atlanta, right? So normally the other rappers come to Atlanta periodically. So he got the Atlanta scene. He's going to be able to go to the club. He's going to be able to get big bucks for being in the club, right? Because the other rappers, even the Atlanta rappers, they're leaving to go to Las Vegas. I mean, they leaving to go to Las Vegas. They leaving to go to LA. They leaving to go to New York. They leaving to go to Houston. They leaving to go to Dallas. They leaving to go to Toronto. They're flying all over the place because they going and doing shows and stuff like that, right? You're doing tours and everything else, right? But guess what? Because of the COVID, nobody's able to go nowhere. Since nobody's able to go nowhere, guess what, homie? Now what you gonna do? So you got a lot of rappers, they all trying to get that Atlanta money, because Atlanta's open. Where else is open besides Atlanta where they allowing people to do club shit? Maybe Houston? Houston and Atlanta, right? And Florida. Where else? Anybody? Where else? Where else is open that they was allowing people to go? The strip clubs and everything else is open. Where else? Somebody can help me out here, because I'm not 100% sure where else. Where else was open? These dudes are still part of organizations that they still got to give money to. They still got to eat. They still got to live their lifestyle. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. So what you gonna do? I didn't even know we ever had a curfew, to be honest with you. Keeping it a whole stack with you. I didn't even know a curfew existed. I didn't know we had a curfew. I mean, like, we had one for like a week or two, but No one really follow that shit. The way they do the curfew now to keep people off the streets is, the trains stop at like 1 o'clock in the morning and don't start back up until 5. So since the trains stop at 1 o'clock in the morning, people got to go home if you don't got a car. I just realized that I haven't had White Castle in months. Specifically talking about Trump, they're gonna do an impeachment. They still need the votes, right? No, they voted for the impeachment. He got to go to trial, right? I forget how the impeachment process works exactly, but he still got to go to trial, right? They took away all his social media, so what could he do? I like White Castle. They took away all his social media, so what could he do? They took away all his social media. He has no social media. What could he do? He has no social media. What can he do? See what the problem is? Did y'all see the people that they got at the Capitol? Hold on, let me see if I posted it. Let me see if I posted this shit real quick. Check this out. I'm going to show y'all something. I know her. She's cute. She a model. She do makeup and stuff. Okay, I'm not really up on whatever that's for. Interesting. First, check this out. It's curses. This is for all the people that think that the Capitol Police all were cool with them being in the building. Did you just see them throwing chairs at the Capitol Police? This is what was going on in the building for everybody that didn't see it. For everybody that don't know, this is what was going on in the Capitol building. And now for everybody that's saying, why ain't he pull out his gun and start shooting? You know how many people, how many of them probably had guns on them? That and this. This guy's a whole idiot. He's smoking weed in the Capitol. In the Capitol building. It has to be a no weed smoking policy, I'm assuming.
Hey guys. People are smoking weed in here. Can I please hit that and take history with you?
He don't even know this guy. He just hitting his weed. He don't know this guy.
We made history. This is our house. This is our house.
So this is what the Trump supporters was doing when they was in that building, for everybody that didn't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's late. It's going on 2 hours. My voice is really hurting. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's going on 2 hours. Appreciate y'all pulling up. You got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers, but they still here. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.